I'm meteorologist Stefanie Lauber, and in this week's Hot Topics in the Tropics, we haven't had a whole lot of hot topics to track here, but we are now in August, so we're moving toward the busiest part of hurricane season, August, September, October, with the peak of hurricane season being September 10th. So with that in mind, I took a trip to visit our partners at the National Weather Service Corpus Christi Forecast Office to see what major climate patterns could be in play as we head toward the peak of the season. In Corpus Christi, August tends to be the hottest month of the year, but it's also a time to start focusing on the tropics.
Kind of, all the kids are starting to go back to school, so all the focus is on back to school, and it's kind of, not, kind of putting the tropics, in the afterthought.
Unlike 2024, this hurricane season hasn't really been eventful for us here in the coastal bend, but as we head into August, we tend to see an uptick in activity, and tropical trouble can start just about anywhere across the Atlantic basin.
With tropical storms or even hurricanes last year with Hurricane Beryl that affected us in early July. So we haven't had that local flavor yet, but we still are about norm with the 3 storms.
You've heard of El Nino, but have you heard of the MJO? The Madden-Julian Oscillation is another climate pattern or teleconnection that could influence our hurricane season.
As that starts to get better organized in the middle of August, we really won't see those effects until early to mid-September, which coincides with the peak of hurricane season.
During the month of August, we tend to see a huge uptick in tropical activity across the Atlantic basin, and with just 6 weeks until the peak of hurricane season on September 10th, it's important to stay alert. As you just heard, there's a lot that goes into forecasting hurricane season, and we're starting to move into the busiest part of the season climatologically. So what you should focus on now is reviewing your hurricane plan with your family, making sure your supplies are good to go, and of course, staying alert as we head into the peak of hurricane season ahead.